Hey, come on in, guys. Come on in. Let's grab some coffee and let's start building some models. Let's go.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Peppermint Patty. Hi, Franklin. Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Chuck.
I posted that little intro clip because I got a memory flashback after one of my subscribers, Big Charlie's Model Garage, he posted a quick little comment, and that got a little memory of where my name actually came from. And my father's name is Charlie, so I called it Chuck. So you see, back in the 60s, there was Charlie Brown. Most of you all know Charlie Brown. It was pretty popular back then. And of course, Charlie Brown's nickname was Chuck. So I was kind of named after my father. So 1965, that's many moons ago. Yeah, many moons ago. You know, and that's where I got my love of stock car racing. And he had a 56 Ford at that time. They built up a 56 Ford, and it had a Charlie Brown emblem on it, or not emblem, the image, sorry, that's the word we're going to use. So he had a big Charlie Brown on it, and number 15 was his favorite number. My favorite number is 13, lucky 13, that's my birthday, May 13, so I call it my lucky number. And yeah, so he had the big Charlie Brown on the car, and Chuck, I think one version of his paint job had Chuck on it. So yeah, anyway, see, I'm going on blah blah blah. But that's where, yeah, I got my love of race cars from there. And going to the speedway and playing in the stands and watching race cars. But look at this. The plan was to do the paint job on the 77 Roadrunner. But what the fuck, Chuck? Shouldn't swear on this. I'm not a good swearing type person. Oh, I gotta watch my, sorry, see, tangents. My hummingbird water is freezing up, so we're gonna take it in. Anyways, yeah, we'll build something else today, so let's go do that. Let's go see what we can find on the workbench. So, yeah, cheers, my friends, let's go. Alright, so I think we'll start off by start mounting and mock-up mounting. We'll do the bed and the cab so we can fit the exhaust. We got to do that. But you know what, I should say, you know what, thank you guys muchly for commenting. See, I go off on tangents. I'm supposed to be building and what happens. Yeah, thanks for your comments. You know what, really appreciate it. Like I say, it gives me those little flashbacks. And I ended up doing some searching after talking last video, where I said previously, before I became a fabricator and working in a machine shop, and then from machine shop to quality insurance and research and development for a large tractor firm, I was a body repairman. And I found a picture of my 69 Le Mans GTO, and I was very young in this picture. That's the skinny little guy right in the behind there, sitting with all the girls. I would be 22 at that time. That's where I made the deal with a friend's body shop, where, you know what, I'd swap my labor doing prep work for them in exchange for them painting my car and for the cost of paint. So it was a win-win situation. But other than that, hey, you know what, enough blah blah. Let's go do some work now. Okay, we made a little boo-boo and mistake trying to get the mounts ready for the back box. Now, there's a tab here. Let's get a pointer, hold on. I made some exhaust, and this is going to be the exhaust, but here's my pointer for now. Exhaust pointer, how about we call it that? Anyhow, yes, I did mount the shocks. I got those mounted, but notice there's a little bracket here and a bracket there, so that is the gas tank bracket. I put it on the wrong side, so I had to file down a little bit there, and now I have to make a new bracket. So that's what I did. I found a little chunk of plastic. We'll glue it onto the edge of the tank and then glue it onto the mount there. And this here is what I made my bracket out of. I just cut a little sliver off of there. I like this because it was thin enough to use as a material. So, and then scrape the paint off, obvious. Other thing I did with this mount, I cut the steady bearing out. These mini trucks usually use the steady bearing and had a two-piece drive shaft. So what I'm gonna have to do is make a new drive shaft. I'll probably cut these two ends off and just add my own tubing or something. Hey, you know what? There we go. Look at, I could just straighten a piece of this. Actually, no, because then that'll look different. That'll look too weird actually, because I'll have the exhaust running through and then the drive shaft will look the same. So maybe I have to go with a piece of sprue and paint it black or silver. You know, we could do it like a steel color or aluminum, I guess we could do that. So anyhow, that is my updating. Things are going good. I'm enjoying the fabbing part. Okay, how's that looking? Something like that. At least this car will get fuel now, so it'll go like that. Something like that anyway. I'm gonna glue everything up. I might have to do some trimming because I made it oversized on purpose so that I could trim it to fit. Now, one other thing you might notice is that I'm not too particular in keeping my surfaces without scratching or getting scratched. And you know what? Because it's a rat rod, I want it scratched. So I'm not going to do it on purpose, but we're not going to take care of it. If this was a nice show quality paint job, yeah, we'd be putting this, not upside down, we'd be putting it like that on a cloth. And here we go. I think we found ourselves a drive shaft. So we're going to cut this to fit right after I cut the U-jointer. Okay, there, something like that. That is the finish, or not quite finished, but semi-finished drive shaft. So now I just have to glue the U-joint on there. Is it backwards? Yeah, this way, sorry. Like that. Yeah, right there. See? Now I just have to glue that on. And then, oh, it's gonna be a tight fit. I didn't realize that part. Yeah, that's gonna be a tricky part because I have to put that in, spline it. Not good thinking there, Chuck. How am I gonna slip it in because it's too tight? I might have to trim that down a little bit and then slide it so it'll slide both directions. Right now it'll be too tight. That's okay. That's why I cut this thing too big, oversized, so that I could file it down. Okay, while we're letting all those parts dry, the glue dry on it, this is what I kind of started doing. And I started detailing the chrome on all my kits. So we got the Mazda grill. What I did was I blacked it out. And then after that set for a bit, I went, see, I blacked out everything that I could black out. And then I went back over it and, come on, stuck together. Of course. I did the front lamps, front signal lamps on the Mazda. I painted that white as long as, Jesus. Whenever I get on the camera, I can't talk. That's why I say substandard videos. So then I also did the rear tail lamps, and I did the bottom half white like the factory is, where the backup lamps are. And then the top lens went red, as in my research. I also, while I was at it, I did the Corvette, which I haven't hardly touched for a while. It's funny, eh? I got so addicted to working on this Ford Pro Tour project. So we did those lamps, signal lamps, and I also did the Volare one. I did the Volare grill. Where is it? I lost the grill. I lost my grill. Oh, right here in front of my face. Yeah, I did the Volare grill. When that dries up better, I'll do the chrome cross and take the white paint off there. We'll just take a toothpick and just lightly brush it, and that will remove the paint. So that looks pretty decent. So I got a good blackout job there. And this here, tail lamps. These ones I'm really proud of. The tail lamps worked out fairly reasonable because, see, look at this. Let's pop it out. I just took a little bit of white and dabbed it in there. But what I also did is, hopefully the light picks this up, there was a little bit of black in there when I looked at the when I did my research. There was a bit of black in the tail lamp area, so that's what we ended up doing, and that's how it turned out. The black strip you can kind of see there, and you still get the clear chrome background. Yeah, so very good. I think that's going to look good once the car's painted and everything's together. So I'm very happy with my work. Anyways, my friends, I'm freaking tired out. I need an old man nap in the middle of the afternoon. Yeah. Or coffee. More coffee, Chuck. That might work. So, speaking of that, you know what? Now it's time to say cheers, my friends. Keep modeling on. Keep building awesome models and keep staying awesome. Look after yourselves. And look after each other in these crazy times. Man, now they're talking about freaking Russia is going to invade Ukraine. So you go from Canadian Prime Minister invoking Emergency War Act on his own citizens, and now you got Russia probably going to invoke on Ukraine citizens War Act. So what the hell's going to become? I got some bad feelings about this year that things are really something's gonna go down major bad. I don't know. Just, I got a very uneasy feeling that everything's gonna collapse, the system's gonna collapse and that. So anyways, I'm saying bye for a second time. So yeah, my friends, cheers. See you next time. Oh yeah, vitamin C, coffee.